Hello everybody, hello the student in grade 12. Okay, all the student in grade 12 okay, please come back and this grid and come back to our class again. Unit 3 Cambodian Independence. Okay. The Cambodian Independence. Okay, you can open your book on page 74 and 75, especially for 75 again. And now we are going to the first hour you have learned already about the text, read and translate already. And for the question not yet for section A and section B, we have only two sections. Now let's go to read the text and answer the question together. Read the text again and answer the question. After Angkor, Cambodia remained an important and powerful state up until in the 18th century. From the 13th century on, however, it had to defend itself against two nations that gradually grew more and more powerful, Thailand in the west and Vietnam in the east. By the 19th century, these two powers were competed with each other to control Cambodia. To make matters worse, problems within the Cambodian royal family caused a number of civil conflicts with opposite sides going to Thailand and Vietnam for protection. During the 18th century, Cambodia became involved with another nation, France. When King Norodom asked the French for protection in 1863, it was not because he preferred submission to France rather than to Thailand or Vietnam, but because he regarded France as less dangerous alternative, being so far away. At the same time, he hoped France could be used as a screen to protect his country from those that threatened it. Thus, for 90 years, the Cambodian people suffered under French protection. In order to free their country, many famous Cambodian heroes fought for independence. Eventually, November 9, 1953, King Norodom's great-grandson Norodom Sihanouk sealed independence with peace. Since then, Cambodia has been an independent nation. Okay, sorry. Okay, my problem. Sorry. Okay, let's answer the question from 1 to 6. Which two countries grow more and more powerful as Cambodia declined? តើប្រទេសពីរណាដែលកាន់តែមានឥទ្ធិពលខ្លាំងឡើងនៅពេលដែលប្រទេសកម្ពុជានេះបានថមថយកម្លាំងឬក៏បានធ្លាក់ចុះ Okay, the two nations here, Vietnam and Thailand. Okay, Thailand and Vietnam grow more and more powerful. Okay, powerful. Okay, when Cambodia declined. So how did these two countries get involved with Cambodia? តើប្រទេសទាំងពីរនេះជាប់ពាក់ព័ន្ធនឹងប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដូចនេះ Okay. Okay, they compete with each other to control Cambodia. Okay. These two countries, Thailand and Vietnam, got involved with Cambodia because as they grow more and more powerful, first they attacked and then they compete with each other to control Cambodia. In addition, opposite sides within the Cambodian royal family went to them for protection. Okay, the argument between the royal family and go to Vietnam and Thailand for for their position for protect their position ចឹងដោយសារតែចំនួននៅក្នុងរាជវង្សគេខ្មែរយើងបានកាត់some to Vietnam some to Thailand to for protection their position and for their country គឺដោយសារចំនួនរាជវង្សបានធ្វើឲ្យប្រទេសយើងកាន់តែតូចទៅដោយសារទៅពឹងគេទៅពឹងថៃទៅពឹងវៀតណាមហើយយើងត្រូវកាត់ទឹកដីឲ្យគេ 3 thì what happened in 1863 តែមានរឿងអ្វីកើតឡើងនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ1863 thì King Rodom they go to ask French they go to control Cambodia they protect from the two nations Thailand and Vietnam in King Rodom they ask French for protection in 1863 King Rodom asked French for protection to Cambodia 4. If King Rodom didn't want to submit to France, why did he ask for protection? ព្រះអង្គព្រះបាទប្រសិនបើព្រះបាទនរោត្តមមិនចង់ស្នើឲ្យសុំបារាំងទេហើយវាបានជាព្រះអង្គសុំដើម្បីការពារប្រទេសមិនចង់ពឹងពាក់បារាំងឬក៏ស្នើសុំដល់ជំនួយពីបារាំងទេហើយបានជាព្រះអង្គទៅបែរជាសុំបារាំងមកការពារប្រទេសបើសិនជាបើព្រះបាទនរោត្តមមិនចង់ស្នើសុំទៅដល់ប្រទេសបារាំងហើយបានជាព្រះអង្គសុំឲ្យបារាំងជួយការពារប្រទេស because he needed the protection from the two nations Thailand and Vietnam. Okay, that's good. Although King Rodom didn't want to submit to France, he asked the French for protection because he needed to protect his country from Thailand and Vietnam. ចឹងបើទោះបីជាព្រះបាទនរោត្តមមិនចង់ស្នើសុំបារាំងឲ្យគ្រប់គ្រងប៉ុន្តែព្រះអង្គបានសុំឲ្យបារាំងមកការពារពីព្រោះព្រះអង្គត្រូវការពារប្រទេសពីប្រទេសវៀតណាមនិងប្រទេសថៃ Okay, because these two countries compete each other for controlling Cambodia ដោយសារប្រទេសទាំងពីរនេះគឺឆ្លោះគ្នាដណ្ដើមគ្នាដើម្បីគ្រប់គ្រងកម្ពុជាទាំងមូលតែម្ដង Number 5 in what did he hope France could do for Cambodia តែព្រះអង្គសង្ឃឹមថាបារាំងនឹងធ្វើ Okay, he hoped that France can be a screen or barrier. Okay, it could protect Cambodia. It could protect Cambodia against Thailand and Vietnam. He hoped that France could protect Cambodia against Thailand and Vietnam. ព្រះអង្គសង្ឃឹមថាប្រទេសបារាំងអាចការពារប្រទេសកម្ពុជាពីការឈាមទានរបស់ថៃនិងវៀតណាម If the Cambodian people didn't want either the Siamese and Vietnamese or French to control them, what did they want? ប្រសិនបើប្រជាជនកម្ពុជាមិនចង់ឲ្យសៀមមិនចង់ឲ្យយួនមិនចង់ឲ្យបារាំងមកគ្រប់គ្រងកម្ពុជាទេមកគ្រប់គ្រងពួកគេទេតើពួកគេចង់បានអ្វី Okay, they don't want Vietnamese, Thailand, the Thai, French to control. Then they want peace. They want independence. Then they want independence and peace. Các quốc gia trong bản này direct insan tiếp với một person. Since the Cambodian people wanted to control them, they wanted independence. Or to be independent, they want and peace. Okay, for section A here, you can this answer to finish for section A, and okay, compare your question with your answer. Okay, it's your question is right or wrong. I got you to answer the question before this hour, but okay, how about your answer with this? listen to my answer or not. Okay, let's go to section B. Here, section B. Okay, write about your life in Cambodia now. Imagine that it is the future. You are 60 years old. Have grandchildren. Your grandchildren is studying Cambodian history and want to know that Cambodia was like when you were a student. These are some of questions that ask you about your life in those days. Okay, what was it like living in those days? Was it easy or difficult? Difficult. And what did you enjoy most? What were the problems? What change did you experience? What changes did you experience? ចឹងនេះគឺជាសំណួរដែលសាកសួរអំពីស្ថានភាពឥឡូវដែលឥឡូវហ្នឹងជា past ទេ when you are 60 years old or 50 years old នៅពេលដែលយើងអាយុ50 example when you are in 2040 or 2050 នៅពេលដែលយើងអាយុដល់ឆ្នាំ2040 ឬឆ្នាំ2050ទៅយើងមានចៅអញ្ចឹងយើងទៅសួរអំពីឥឡូវហ្នឹងដែលជាអតីតកាលរបស់សម័យនោះ you tell your grandchildren about the time when you were a student យើងប្រាប់ចៅយើងនៅពេលដែលយើងនៅជាសិស្សតែសម័យហ្នឹងសម័យហ្នឹងដែលជាអតីតកាលនៅក្នុងសម័យឆ្នាំ2040 2050ហ្នឹង2030 40 50ទៅ and write as much as you can about how you answered her question and what you told her begin like this ចឹងគឺចូល to say ដូចខាងក្រោម now I am 60 years old ចឹងនៅពេលដែលយើងនៅឆ្នាំ2000 example 2050 ឆ្នាំ2050 ពេលហ្នឹងគឺជាបច្ចុប្បន្នកាលរបស់យើងនៅសម័យនោះដែលវាសេបូកមកឥឡូវហ្នឹងដែលជាអតីតកាលក្នុងកាលពី30-40 ឆ្នាំមុនកាលដែលគឺនៅកាលដែលយើងនឹងនៅជាសិស្សនៅក្នុងសាលាណាមួយយ៉ាងណា Now I am 60 years old but I can remember clearly what my life was like when I was a student at when I student at ហ្នឹងយើង let's go to further ពេល student at ហ្នឹងគឺយើងអាចដាក់ឈ្មោះសាលាមក example name of school គឺ name of school ហ្នឹងយើងប្រយ័ត្នចូល the name of school you can write name of school you can write high school at or school in ហ្នឹងគឺ in the name of village គឺ name of village or name of town the name of school in Sai village Piên Pro Close district district commune and command Gossipton district okay. Pasal district adalah kampung Siam kampung Siam province and between between year, for example, you can learn 2000 2015 and year 2000 2021 យើងរៀននៅវិទ្យាល័យចែកក្នុងឆ្នាំចន្លោះឆ្នាំ2015 It was day my life my life the person ask you is it easy or difficult what okay the question number one okay, you can answer the question number one and ask you about what was it like living in those days okay, how about your life in Kenya but we like in the past because we are 60 years old okay. Was difficult was difficult so why you say it difficult yeah. because there were their burden in us electricity and water and water supply and water electricity and water supply and water supply ចឹងគឺព្រោះនៅមិនទៅមានការគ្រប់គ្រងទឹកនិងឬអគ្គិសនីបានគ្រប់គ្រាន់ទេនៅសម័យនោះ Okay, when we talk about education here. Water supply and okay, when I arrived home, I must go to look after the cows, the cow, is it the cow or buffalo or buffalo? Từ khi mà đọc cho biết luôn tôi cần tôi tại một cô và tôi có bây giờ đại thì tức là 30 chiếc nữa I need to carry water from the river or the pond or well the wells and đồng theo như từ vua Tất từ Lê từ Trang tiền đấu and in free time I went to the forest to cut wood for cooking. Okay, to cut wood for cooking. Okay, and any more there? I had the phone to call and play plays game. I have a phone. I have a small phone, but not. But it wasn't the expensive 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 and smart. Sorry, wrong. And smart one. Expensive, wrong. Expensive and smart one for calling to for calling, yeah, to call and play games. Okay, we'll talk about at that time. At the time, I was enjoyed enjoys with playing my traditional games, such as such as play sick and high. The play sick and high. The play sick and high นั่นคือเลงแบบปนเลยนั่นคือเลงอยู่แล้วคือปนนั่นคือ play sick and high and high ska high ska or tower จะเลงเนี่ยกระมาแล้วก็ska only one only one ska เนี่ยกระมาเนี่ยเป็นไซน์เนี่ยคือแต่กระมาจะได้ชุ่มif you cannot write more you can say and so on and so on là miền Tây thì mình làm tiếp. Okay, what were the problem there? I will talk about the road here. Okay, the problem were lot there were lot okay, the road here. The road in the canal The roads were small. They were small. They were small. Were small. Dirty. Muddy. Dirty, muddy, and small pond. Small pond គឺពីកលុកទុយទុយកលុកស្រាទុយទុយ small ponds, small pond, and were small. Okay. Okay, when the rainy season, comes, alright, comes, it comes, alright, comes, that's when it came. The road, they were muddy. They were muddy. Which that were slide. It was slide. And when the dry season, dirty, that we cannot see clear about the road, that we couldn't see clearly. Okay, we have a lot. If you want to write it more, okay, you can write the education now. Okay, at school, okay, what do you have at school? Okay, example about the school. Okay, about the school, you can write hour for learning English or hour for learning other subject. You can talk about the computer, about the library as well. Oh, clearly, sorry, currently. Okay, you can talk about for education. Okay, for education, we had let's say we had less hours, okay, less hour, okay. A lot, okay, we need to write more. We can write more, okay, I can write less hour for example for English, for English. Okay, the school, okay, you can say it has a few computer for many students. Yeah. For many students using sorry student using. Okay, it has the school had a few computers for many students using. Example of 40 students, we have only for 10 computers, so we need to share time that can waste of time for you to learn. Okay, for computer less okay, you can write more yourself now. Okay, you just what you see now. Okay, you can write what you see now to tell your grandchildren in 30 years, in the 30 year, in the 40 year, in the 50 year. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for watching and learning from. We have the problem with the COVID and the school was closed, and we need to learn online. And thank you very much for learning online with me and with my teaching. And our lesson finished for all the grade students, grade 12 students. And this is the last lesson, the last chapter for you in grade 12. Okay, so okay, our lesson finished for this time, and I wish all the students that study in grade 12 pass the Badu exam together, but part of Badu exam. Okay, all the students that learning for grade 12 pass Badu exam this year. So thank you very much for learning, and good luck for everyone. Goodbye. Okay,